we're going to be covering the 4th of July celebration last night for America's 250th. President Trump has just stunned the world by breaking the world record with 850,000 munitions set off in the America 250 fireworks show. Now the largest ever. Trump could be seen going crazy after it ended, and Trump's quoted saying, "Best fireworks show ever." That just looks insane. I thought this was cool. On this 4th of July, let's remember what real American patriotism looks like. Baseball legend Rick Monday didn't hesitate. 2 protesters stormed the field at Dodger Stadium trying to burn the American flag, and he sprinted in like a boss and snatched it right out of their hands. No apologies, no weakness, just pure love for the greatest flag on earth. That's the spirit we celebrate today, defending Old Glory with everything we've got.
2 of them. All right.
These are the 2 protesters.
It looks like he's going to burn a flag, and Rick Monday runs and takes it away from him. And so Monday, I think a guy was going to set fire to the American flag.
I think that guy there was going to set fire to the American flag. See?
Can you imagine that?
And the commentator, he goes, "Can you imagine that? That guy was going to set fire to the American flag. Can you imagine that?" That's not how commentators would be today. I also don't think many current pro athletes would dive in there to save the American flag from being burned. There are so many Europeans trying to shit on America. And this is probably just a rage bait because like literally 14,000 comments. Seriously, guys. British person says, "You're 250 years old. That's cute. Mighty England will be 1,099 years old on the 12th of July. This person says, "Imagine being 1,099 years old and being lapped in every way by a country only 250 years old." Benny Johnson posted that Trump did this right over Mamdani's head as the dirty little communist was sitting at George Washington's desk backwards bitching about not having Sharia law in America surrounded by crying women in hijabs. U.S. President Donald Trump was seen watching himself on Fox News.
Technology that has advanced society from medicine to transportation to all of it, to the way we broadcast. Our founders never would have envisioned any of this, any of it. Well, and yet we're here and we're stronger than any other country on the face of the earth. That's unbelievable.
And Laura, do you think they'd ever envision stop?
He says this is his favorite show. Now, there was a little, like, Inception moment going on there. You could see the TV screen. This might be the greatest Freudian slip of all time. Alex Soros posting, "Happy 250th birthday, America. I'll never loving it." Okay, this video, I get pretty heated on stream, but this video, when I saw it, made me, like, so mad. This is in the UK. So these guys, white guy, brown, black guys here. This guy comes and like clotheslines him, knocks him on the ground, hit him in the back of the head. Who did the police come and arrest? Oh, the white guy, which he goes and throws a punch because he probably still thinks he's being jumped by the monkeys jumping him.
Oi, 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 oi.
As soon as he realizes it's a cop, he stops.
Do not fucking punch his back! Put your hands behind your back!
And of course they arrest him. Anyway, this post is from my favorite comic artist, SKS Cartoon, saying, "Birmingham police arrested the white victim of an assault while allowing the attacker to flee. This perfectly demonstrates how lucky the Americans were to break away from Britain 250 years ago." And the comic is, "Wait, I'm the victim. I don't think so, mate." And the American watching in the background saying, "Seriously, thank you," to George Washington, saying, "You bet." In Philadelphia, they held a Ben Franklin lookalike contest. And this is who won. The one on the left. Not the one holding up her hand. And the caption says, no, they really did vote the black woman in a cheap wig as the winner. Yes, they did. I'm going to read some of the comments under that. This comment says, every contest that is based on a general vote just boils down to who would be the funniest person to win or the person that I am obligated to vote to win. The Electoral College protects specifically from like shit like this from happening in like important stuff. Another comment saying they didn't respect the integrity of the look-alike contest and instead came together to all have some fun. This is an outrage. So that's a liberal saying that you guys are getting too upset. This is just for fun. And then a comment to that comment says, dude, they literally pandered to her like the weird neighbor's kid that bites. It's racist as all F. That's another truth. And that's with any DEI hires or sympathy votes, whatever it is. It's racist. Can you view this human being for something other than their skin color? Another comment to that guy saying, who cares if we take nothing seriously if we claim we had fun? Which that's a good point. And then says, show me the white woman winning a Frederick Douglass competition. Another good point. Taylor Swift may be the biggest hypocrite of all time. Taylor Swift, who doesn't support borders, walls, guns, or billionaires, sets up a massive wall around Madison Square Garden with heavily armed security for her billionaire wedding. I can't believe she's getting married to that Travis Kelce, other than like the main fact to say, I told you so. To everyone. Everyone said we were going to break up after a month, but look, now we're getting married. I can't think of any other reason as to why they'd be getting married. But then again, I'm not a Swiftie. I just don't know the intricacies. I don't know about the past and all the growing that they've done together. Well, I wouldn't make bets on how long it'll last because, like I said, it feels like it's just out of spite at this point. That Taylor Swift and them and him are just keeping this relationship going just to say, see, we're still together. You guys are wrong. Here's the post. It must suck to have to pretend to be mad at this. And the Democrats are back to funding their bullshit again. This guy calls it out as it is. Says, what an odd way for Southern Poverty Law Center to celebrate 250 years of America. No, what do you mean, bro? This is totally natural. This is just the real threat to the world. Straight white men. And this is evidence, see? Yeah, the ones flying their American flags upside down. There it is. At the very least, that's a sign of disrespect and against flag code, obviously. And here's how MAGA reacts to that. CNN will, of course, cover this as these guys are MAGA white supremacists. This is how MAGA actually replies to that, saying, these guys are the biggest in the world. Nobody claims them. Everything they do is comic, and any guy who would join this is an incel crawling out of his mama's basement. They accomplish less than nothing. This is at the fireworks show. And like, they just look at this girl's face, like just in awe of these fireworks, like core memory unlocked. Doug Burgum, who was on CNN. And of course, she's bringing up the pool because there's nothing else going on in the world. It's just the pool, which a liberal destroyed. But she can't believe that.
This was an industrial liner that was put into the pool for the very first time. Multiple layers fixing 2.5 miles of expansion.
But it peeled off. Why? Why did that happen? Do you know?
It didn't peel off. There was vandalism. There was box cutters. There have been 7 arrests. There was people literally trying to destroy part of a monument. The reflecting pool is not just a pool on the mall. It is part of the Lincoln Memorial. And if anybody says that they're going to go and vandalize that, it's no different than if someone was throwing paint on Lincoln itself.
And you're 100% sure that what happened with the liner was vandalism. You can prove it.
He was. Yeah, absolutely can. And as we drain it, we've got all the photographs we can see. I mean, there's no possible way.
There are photographs of a person or people cutting a 300 or 350 foot.
There were witnesses. much, and I think you know that.
Dana, I'm not sure why you and others in the media think that you want to keep trying to question whether or not this is an industrial liner. Every farmer and rancher in America that's had their pickup liner lined by this sprayed-on liner knows that you literally, it would never just like peel off or fall off. This is like a strong material, and it's the size of 8 football fields. And the only way you can end up with actual slices in one spot and not the other is that someone physically cut it.
Oh, you get that? You get that, Dana? So, like, one side has a big gash, seemingly like from a blade of some sort, and the rest doesn't. So that would, like, maybe in your empty head, you might be able to put 2 and 2 together that, like, it wasn't the Trump administration's paint or whatever you're trying to claim.
And so but the pool itself, it's not leaking. It was leaking 45,000 gallons a day. It's finally been fixed by President Trump. And the American flag blue is working perfectly.
Okay.
And again, it's beyond me why. I mean, the real scandal is about the fact that the state of our capital was in such total disrepair that some people, no one was reporting about. I was reporting about the pro-Hamas graffiti on the.
Mr. Secretary, you and I talked about this last month.
Yeah, and we're still talking about it.
Well, because it was July 4th and the reflecting pool was closed.
It was closed because it's surrounded by fireworks. It's closed every year on the 4th of July.
But it was closed prior to that in order to fix the reflecting pool.
But it was closed because the largest fireworks display in the country we talked about was set up, and it lines either side of the reflecting pool. You can't have people around fireworks when they're being set up.
Now she's shifting the goalpost to what she's upset about. Now she's upset because the reflecting pool was closed, and then he instantly shuts that shit down and says it's closed every year for the 4th of July when they're firing off the fireworks. And then she moves the goalpost again to it was actually closed before that. When what? She answered her own question. It was closed before that because they were working on it. This is the World War II vets featured in the president's speech. Watch the fireworks from their memorial. And all in wheelchairs. Denver communists held a protest outside the Christian-owned coffee shop, the Drip Cafe, claiming the cafe is transphobic. They now declared that they will hold a protest there every month until it shuts down. If you're in the area, consider supporting this coffee shop. They don't have jobs. There every month until it shuts down. So like, there's no time frame on that. A month from now, a year from now, 10 years from now, they're going to be there because they got nothing better to do but harass more Christian-owned businesses. Never Muslims, because wait till you hear what they do to gay people. And New York Times reporter roasted after complaining about 4th of July flyovers in D.C. Feels like the apocalypse. These people can never be impressed by anything as long as it comes from the Orange Man. And here's another New York Times article headlined, "Trump ruined the 4th of July for me." And let's hear what Jay Appel has to say.
There are so many benefits that would accrue to America in normalizing our relations with Cuba. We would have a trading partner just 90 miles south of our border to be able to send agricultural produce, medical supplies.
Oh, okay, sending shit. Got it.
To be able to take advantage of the incredible technological research capacity of the Cuban healthcare system that has come up with a treatment for Alzheimer's. Imagine the 9 million American seniors across the country.
So I don't know about the Alzheimer's thing, but I know one thing. I know that Cuban healthcare is not something that the Cubans brag about.
Country who would benefit from that treatment being available here in the United States. So let's think about this from a humanitarian perspective, from an American generosity perspective, but also from the perspective.
Like, this is a character. This is not a real human being.
Of what we have to gain.
There's nobody on planet Earth that is this stupid. She's a wicked, evil witch. Oh, okay. So like all those leftists, all those American leftists, even our own politicians in Jay Appel talking about how, Cuba's better than the United States. Like, literally just, she would make more sense if she said grass is blue and the sky is green. The liberals here are just being deranged as per usual. And Putin, Russian President Vladimir Putin, called President Donald Trump to congratulate him on the U.S.'s 250th Independence Day. The Kremlin said the 90-minute call included an invitation for Trump to visit Russia. It's why this world is so confusing, because Putin is not a good guy. He does not run his country well. But he's better than the liberals. It's insane. He's better than the average leftist. He's more human than the average leftist. This is the Air Force Thunderbirds flying just inches apart during a breathtaking flyover above the National Mall. Elon Musk being very patriotic yesterday. He replied to this person who said the American War of Independence wasn't about being anti-British, it was about being anti-taxation. Elon Musk replied saying, I read the Declaration of Independence out loud today with heartfelt conviction. It is a work not just of genius, but also of a purity of soul that resonates to this very day. I've never heard Elon Musk speak this way about America. And Spencer Pratt says, it's okay to love America. And Elon Musk replied saying, not merely okay, anyone who doesn't love America is a traitor and beneath contempt. Those who don't love America, those who are disloyal, should be exiled immediately. I mean, true, I liked it because that's how I speak. Here's another clip that gets my blood boiling.
When kids are getting raped and murdered, in my own country it's happening as well. Hey, you stood there smiling. Mohammed and Muslims are nothing but evil ideologies.
In the beginning, he's talking about the inquiry report, British kids being raped.
As well. Hey, you stood there smiling. Mohammed and Muslims are nothing but evil ideologies. It is
evil ideologies, and like a tank, he comes storming in. And
evil. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing to me? I have the right to
yeah, this is too frustrating to watch past that point. Let's see a Trump meme to lighten me up. President Trump has infuriated Democrats by posting this truth nuke, saying, over 273 Americans have been shot since the war in Iran began. Shocked emoji in Chicago. Got him. We got him. All right, let's see what this crazy liberal has to say.
Yeah, if I see you decked out in flag attire today, which is against flag code, by the way, just know I clocked you. You are proudly celebrating a country built on indigenous blood, forced labor, genocide.
Okay, let's do the first part. Which is against flag code, by the way, because I know it. What are you talking about? Like, do you think people are actually cutting up a real American flag to wear as clothing? And capitalism. See, now that's a weird one, okay? Because AirPods, and these are like the new AirPods. Your piercing, your clothes.
That will never sit right with
your
me.
Phone,
how y'all can sell
your tattoos.
Like that with a smile on your face.
Your jewelry, because you have a watch right there. AKA benefiting from capitalism. Young Washington movie has 92% on the audience reviews. Woke Hollywood is genuinely dead. The Odyssey is now the most disliked Hollywood trailer since Snow White. So they just topped themselves. Didn't think that they could top themselves with how egregiously woke Snow White was. Supergirl reportedly plunged 76% in its second weekend at the box office, losing out to Young Washington. And Supergirl production plus marketing, $290 million. July 4th weekend, it made $10 million. Young Washington production plus marketing, $30 million. July 4th weekend made $21 million. Happy birthday, America. Thank you, God, for allowing me to be born in the greatest country on planet Earth, and I pray for another 250 more. But we're gonna have to do a lot of cleanup in order for that to happen, and specifically with what Trump kept bringing up in the speech last night that I was getting very excited, kept bringing up communists. But yeah, thank you for watching. I will see you guys next time.